Why do wives choose to file their cases, especially of maintenance, in Delhi in comparison to the actual cities where they are residing, especially if they live in nearby towns? And what do you do about it if you're a husband? We have a couple of husband clients, in a bunch of these cases, the wife has been living in, say, Noida or Gurgaon or Faridabad or Ghaziabad, but she deliberately files her case from Delhi. How does she do it? You cannot randomly choose any place you want. The law does allow the lady to come to the place where she wants to file her case, start residing over there, and then start her cases. But you cannot simply create a forged and fabricated document and say, yes, I've been living over here, and then do it. For example, a lot of wives that we have seen, what they do is they'll create a 5,000 or a 7,000 rupee rent agreement with some random person, or sometimes they'll just create a fictitious one, go on, I don't know, Canva or any other website and just create a false document, false signatures, fictitious people, and then she's showing, I have this rent agreement with this person, and she uses that rent agreement in the court to establish her territorial jurisdiction. In one of these cases, what we did was, we moved an application for calling of CDR, saying that the lady clearly stays in Gurgaon. She's always lived in Gurgaon. She left my house in Gurgaon to go stay with her parents in Gurgaon. How is she building out the jurisdiction of 30,000 courts? Right? And we moved this application. Now, this particular case, the judge was exceptionally good. What happened was, the wife was on one of these 3-4 hearings, in the first few hearings, was present over there. The judge said, come and give your deposition on this aspect of how territorial jurisdiction is made out. And the wife there tumbled and said, I am living with my family friend. And the judge, within 2 minutes, getting her statement recorded, said, I can clearly see that there is some funny game going on over here. The court called for CDR. And the moment the CDR was received, the wife completely went on a back foot and settled the matter with the client. In another case, the lady shows a forged and fabricated rent agreement that my brother is living here, not in Noida, and that's why 5,000 rupees a month, where these people are extremely filthy rich people, 5,000 a month, Indarpuri ka desho, to establish the jurisdiction of Patiala House District Courts. And now here also, again, we moved the CDR application, but the judge was not so accommodating. But a couple of hearings down the line, we realized one thing: the rent agreement was actually, identified by the same lawyer who filed the wife's case, and that too just about 20 days prior to filing of the case. This rent agreement was executed between the brother and the so-called landlord, which was identified by the lawyer for the wife filing this case, and there was the stamp of a notary who we cannot trace anywhere at all. And then we pointed out these things. And again, I always say, never point out to the judge, because the judge will always forget. The judge has got 100 cases in front of them every single day. Move written applications, perjury, dismissal for ground of lack of territorial jurisdiction. We moved all of these applications, and then the judge issued notice to the wife, who is now obviously trying to escape and keeps changing counsels and keeps trying to take date. And that has been a very effective legal strategy to make the wife understand that your funny games will not be accepted. Sadly though, we've got so many more cases where we file these applications and the court doesn't want to decide, because the court is very embarrassed in sending a wife to jail or casting any aspersions, because the judge says, if I write something against the wife and this goes in appeal, the High Court may say, oh, you could have been a little softer. So you have to be the harsh one to ensure that the judge, if is not harsh, at least doesn't go soft on the opponent wife who's playing such crazy tactics.